Hi guys, welcome back to On Our List.
Hi.
I'm Gabby.
I'm Malika.
And today we're going to talk about our first little batch of Oscar-nominated movies. So today we're going to talk about Get Out and
Call Me By Your Name.
which were two
So excited.
really good movies. They're both nominated in the Best Picture category for the Academy Awards.
Also, we just wanted to say, even though we love the Oscars so much and we get very excited about it and we try to see all the films, we also, there's so many other films that don't get nominated for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Like the politics of it, the time they come out, people forget about it. But we're not saying that these are the only great movies that came out this year. There were so many good movies that came out this year. So we just wanted you guys to know that's how we feel about it. But we are super excited.
Yeah.
Okay, so we also wanted to let you guys know we are in no way
At all.
by any means professional film critics.
Yeah, or movie, TV, books,
Any
music,
critic,
anything.
really. We just really like this stuff, so we're like passionate about it, and we want to talk about it, but we don't want you to think that what we're saying is like the stuff.
And we're obviously not the only opinions out there, and if you have a totally different opinion than us, we would love to hear what it is.
Yeah, I
let
love
us know.
discussion, so please let us know, like, let's talk about it, because we're excited about it, and I love watching these kind of videos.
Yeah.
Like, I love watching film reviews and TV reviews, so we just want to add to the conversation.
Yeah, I remember one time when I was little, me and my mom went to just see the Curious Case of Benjamin Button, which I also just saw on a list of like one of the worst nominated Oscar Oscar
I
movies
really
ever
like that
nominated.
one.
So do I. Anyway, I remember going to see watching it, and me and my mom went to dinner afterwards, and Mission sitting with my mom, and she was, I go, Mom, I think I just know what I want to be when I grow up. I really just want to like review movies. I had this serious conversation.
I didn't know this.
I had this serious conversation with her about how I was going to be like a world-renowned film
we made
critic.
it.
I know.
Gina's
our mom's name, if you don't know. So the first movie we're going to review is Get Out.
Yes.
And it's who the director was
Jordan Peele.
And the main actor was Daniel Kaluuya.
Yep.
And Allison Williams was in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
Yeah, it was really good.
It's amazing. Like I'm just so like I was like mind blown.
Yeah, so I was behind the curveball when I watched, like everyone was already like freaking out over it.
Oh.
So that was like maybe a couple months ago, and then like Malika still hadn't watched it.
I just watched it like last week.
And like I saw a comment someone put like, oh, like you knew it was happening the whole time. I was like, I did not know what was gonna happen.
I didn't know
like,
a thing.
Like yeah, so also side note, like if you haven't seen these movies, like we're probably gonna end up spoiling it. So like if you want to watch them, like watch them and then come back.
We'll let you know though when we're gonna say something.
Yeah.
But I mean, basically the plot of the movie is Daniel's character is going home to visit his girlfriend. No, go with his girlfriend to meet her family for the first time. And he's African American and she's white, and he's kind of nervous about it because she hasn't told them that he's black, but she's saying it's gonna be fine. And he goes, and it's kind of like.
Which side note, I
place.
can't like it's just like it's annoying that like that even has to be a thing. Like you tell them I'm black,
but it is a thing.
It is a thing.
But like it is sad. It has to be a thing. But he goes, and like all these weird things ensue, and then it's like
yeah. But it did annoy me that it was put into the comedy category for like the Golden Globes.
It's not really funny. Like, who's funny? The Friend.
The Friend is there's a comedic relief in it at some points, but like
I wasn't laughing.
The underlying
I just wasn't. I was nervous.
The underlying part of it's not funny. Like it's
it's
racist and scary.
Yeah, it's not really funny to me, but like I can see why other people might think parts are funny. Well, actually, like, okay.
The part with the friends is funny.
Right, but I think the part that's funny that people are on about, and like this is a small spoiler, but not really, there's like a section in the movie where they're having like this like kind of garden party.
Yeah.
And like everybody's like meeting, I wish I could remember the character's name now. I'm going to look it up. The character's name, they're meeting him.
Yeah, what is it?
Chris. His name's Chris. And they're like, they're introducing to everybody, and everybody's trying to find a way to like relate to him. So they're saying stuff like, oh yeah, so like I love Tiger Woods.
And like I loved Obama.
Yeah, and like I could like that part was kind of funny, but then like that's the only reason I could see why they would think it's a comedy. Like those are kind of humorous parts, but there's like
is there like one part that you loved in that movie the most?
I think honestly the little gardens.
The garden scene?
Because like any person of color has had that experience.
Yeah.
Like I've had that exact experience where I've gone to like some kind of situation and, you know, someone's trying to find a way to relate to me who's not, you know, maybe not a minority.
That physically hurts me.
Yeah, and it's I don't think it's meant to, I think what makes this movie so great is it's not like they're trying to show you something that
It's not far off from the truth.
Yeah, I think it's the exact truth, and it's the people who do it. I don't think they're trying to be racist. They're trying to like find a way to relate to you.
Yeah.
But what they end up doing is relating to something that makes me feel more alienated. Because then they'll come up like, oh, I love Obama, or like Tiger, or like the new thing is like Steph Curry. I feel like because he's like
really.
Yeah, so it's like Steph's really cool, and it's like. Yeah, but like we could talk about something else. But it's something that people do a lot, and I don't think they're aware of it. But I don't like. I'm not offended when it happens. It's just like, it's just weird, and like that movie just like hits it right on the head.
My favorite part of that movie was like where he like he like suspected like the whole time like something was going on but didn't know quite what, and then he saw the pictures, like he's going through the pictures.
That
and
was crazy.
He see his eyes open, and I'm like, whoa, like that got me in the feels.
Yeah.
Like, that really got me.
Actually, I did like the moment too. This is totally different, but when the mom's like hypnotizing him and she's like sink, and he just like falls in the chair.
Yeah, I did like that.
I thought that was really cool.
The whole running part too, like that, just like that's like
the gardener
yeah.
guy. The part at the end. Sorry, spoiler if you haven't seen it. But when. You know, when he's basically killed everyone, he's down to the girlfriend, and he's like trying to choke her, and then the cop comes, and I was like, I was so heartbroken in that moment, because I was like,
yeah,
he's done for.
He's
never gonna. He's going to jail. It's over. He has no chance.
That's the first thought.
Because that's our reality. That's our society. Mm-hmm. And I was so sad for him. And then when the friend came out, I just had this like flood of relief that like I didn't expect for myself. Yeah. That was like actually probably my favorite part.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Because I really thought he was screwed.
Mm-hmm. So best part of the movie, for like best like thing around or shaped around the movie for me was Daniel Kaluuya's performance. Like that was just like it was great. Also Jordan Peele's like direction of it, where like you really are like it's hard to do a thriller where like you don't know at least something that's gonna happen. Like you don't even have an inkling. But like for a good long time, I was like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, I was so confused.
Like I totally didn't know.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the little bit foreshadowing where they're pulled over by the police in a sense in the very beginning, but.
So on our channel, we're gonna rate the top 9 Oscar movies for Best Picture. So 1 through 9. So we're gonna rate Get Out Now, which I'm not sure what I want to rate it.
And these are like, I guess like we're in a sense like this is like the movies on our list, the movies that we would say like see this one first, see this one second, see this one third if you haven't seen any of them.
I'm gonna make it like. I think number 3.
I was gonna say number 4. So
yeah, I'm gonna say 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's Get Out.
And you should definitely see it.
Yeah.
It is amazing. It's so well written.
Yeah, and now we're going to move on to Call Me By Your Name. And we put these 2 movies together because there's Daniel Kaluuya and Timothée Chalamet, who we're obsessed with, and we'll get to later. But they're 2 just up-and-coming actors who haven't been in a whole lot of movies.
And they've like made
and they like killed it this year.
Yeah, and we're really excited about both of them.
So I'm going to let Malika take the lead on Call Me By Your Name.
I'm really into this film. Call Me By Your Name is like very important to my soul. Call Me By Your Name is a movie that came out in November, and it's a book first written by Andre Aciman, which I have right here, which we both read.
Yeah, it's so good.
I've read this many times.
Yeah, if you haven't, if you have or haven't,
even if you've seen the movie, I would still read this book.
It's different. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a lot of things that are different in it, and it's. I was telling I think if it almost has its own separate entity than the movie.
Yeah,
it's so good though.
It's amazing. It's very introspective. Book. It's from the main character's point of view, like in his head. Which in the movie, it's still from his point of view. I would say
it's from his point of view, not in his head.
You're not in his head. But this book, I feel like this book, in my opinion, is like literary like gold. Like it's so well written.
I think it's one of the most romantic books I've ever read.
Yeah, I really enjoy this book.
Yeah.
But okay, so Call Me By Your Name is about a boy named Elio. He's 17-ish. He's in Italy for the summer with his parents, and every summer they have like a graduate student come and live with them for 6 to 8 weeks, and he works with his dad, who's also some kind of professor. And so Elio and the graduate student, whose name is Oliver, they kind of like fall in love, and it's not just a love story. It's kind of like this.
It's definitely coming of age.
Coming of age, like a little bit of like a sexual awakening.
Sexual awakening for sure.
Kind of like acceptance of yourself, accepting love, like
and for both of them too.
For both of them,
yeah.
And like accepting love and giving love and having it like received to you in like
what
cool
love
way.
like actually means to like especially someone who maybe really hasn't been in love before.
Right, and
who's, what it can represent,
and how love is just love is just love. Like it doesn't like it's a gay love story technically, but when I watch it, I don't even see any of that.
Yeah.
All I see is like two people falling in love. And that's how I felt when I read the book too.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. And Elio character is played by Timothée Chalamet,
right?
And Oliver's character is played by Armie Hammer,
right? Directed by Luca Guadagnino, who's like a really cool Italian director. Mm-hmm. And one thing I really liked about this movie, and I think like is so present, is like the location and the way that it's shot.
Yeah, it was shot in Crema, Italy,
and it's beautiful. I feel like the location is really. I feel like it's like its own character.
For sure.
Like if it wasn't shot there, if they just did it on a studio or like in the woods in like Georgia,
this wouldn't have been nominated.
Mm-mm. It's just so beautiful, and like there's so many like long shots, like the shot where they there's one shot in the film where they're biking and they're just like going down this like road, and the camera just lets them go, and usually like we don't do that, like at least I don't know if we do that in American cinema. Well, we would cut, but it just goes, and you just kind of
I feel like the possibilities were endless in the set, like in the visuals. Mm-hmm. Like it was so good.
It was so like you like feel like you're there.
For sure.
Everything's so green and rich and like vibrant and like you.
But it still had. I mean, like so the movie takes place in 1983.
Yeah.
The book takes place in 1987.
Right.
I know. But like it's also filmed in the sense like while it's so crisp and like beautiful, like it still looks like it could have been shot in 1983.
Yeah.
Now. I mean,
it looks like the 80s, but it's not like cheesy 80s.
Yeah, it's not like cheesy 80s, but like there's like a slight not grain is not
like
right
grittiness,
word, but like
a little
slight
bit.
grittiness to the camera. Mm-hmm. But like I'm so glad that was there.
Yeah. What I also liked about the film was like the way he like, and I know you like this too, the way he did and did not choose to use music. Like there's so many parts where there's no music. Yeah. Where it's like perfect.
Like the quietness again is like its own character, and it's like it's meant to be there and it should be there. I love the part where Armie's dancing with Kiara. He's dancing with Kiara, and like first of all, I've seen Armie like describe him doing the scene, which is really
and how he hates dancing.
Yeah, and how he hates dancing, how he was dancing with no music.
Yeah.
But I like watching Elio watching Armie or watching Oliver.
My favorite dance. One of my favorite parts.
Yeah, because like it's eating him up inside because he wants to be Kiara, and like he wants to be like kind of just in the eyes of Oliver.
Can I just come in for a second? Because I've got a little problem with this. When I saw the trailer for this movie, it was that section in the trailer that really caught my eye. Mm-hmm. Like when he like leans forward and the way he's like looking at Armie, I think everybody can relate to that. Like you've looked at someone like that, and I was just like, oh my god. Who is this actor? What is this film? That was my first instance of like I need to see this movie because it's so raw. It's so honest.
It happened in two of and they were both also trailers, like or little scenes that they would play on shows. Mm-hmm. Like so, one of them was when like they're standing in the river. In the movie, it's a river. In the book, it's a ocean
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fine. That's not a big deal for us.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah. Where and like Elio's like getting closer to Oliver, and he's like standing up and like kind of making Oliver like step out of his comfort zone or like realize his feelings or whatever. I love that part. But he does the same thing when he like brings him in to play what he was playing on the guitar on the piano. Mm-hmm. Like he'll play it faster and he'll play he was not listening to Oliver.
He's
and
like
Oliver's
flirting, but it's like he's making him.
Yeah.
So
and then another part I loved is when like Oliver goes into the closet after he gets a nose bleed and like making sure he's okay. And also just like still meet me later.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to talk about the peach scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was very not sure how that was gonna happen.
Yeah, we both
because in the book it's like when I imagined it in my head, it was much more like visual than what they did in the movie.
But they could have easily here's the thing. They had to balance it because like I mean it could have easily turned into like something that was like almost like a porn fantasy.
Yeah.
And it wasn't at all.
It was like
at all.
It was almost like you weren't shocked that he did that. Like if you thought if you put yourself in the mind of Elio and like he's just, he's young, he's like having all these thoughts. It didn't seem that weird.
No.
Which I'm really like, that's another thing I think that you can attest to Timothy's acting, because that scene could have gone really wrong. Yeah. And it was like
not at all.
Perfect.
It was perfect.
It was fine. Like and then the part after where like he starts to get emotional.
Yes.
I just
so good. The only part of the movie that disappointed me in a sense.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you're like nervous.
I was like, is there a disappointment?
I wish there was a little bit more emphasis or zhuzh or like just scenes even when they go away. Yeah. When he's leaving, like they go. He's going to another little town to like do like a final bit of research or a final bit of something with his research, and Elio goes with him. And like in the movie, in the book. It like lasted a lot longer. It seemed when they went away, and like there was more scenes about it. And in the book it like lasted longer. In the movie, it was like it kind of just seemed like a short little add-on stint. And like while it was like important, like at the end, I wish it was even more important. I wish that was like a little bit longer.
Me too, because I really like that part of the book. Yeah. But I also heard, and I told her that there might be making a sequel. So I thought, well, maybe he purposely like truncated the last like part of the book because he's planning to use it for something else, but I don't know if that's like true or not. But I
also want to talk about which I don't know his last name, but the actor's first name is Michael Stuhlbarg. Michael Stuhlbarg, who plays the dad. Oh, his last monologue.
He
is like honestly one of my favorite monologues I've ever watched ever in history. It's what you want every parent to be like, and what you hope you are as a parent. And as a person, it just like it hit me right in the feels.
It still gets me. Yeah, like it's worth that section of the movie alone is like
worth everything.
I mean, I wish he had been nominated.
I almost
just for that monologue, because it's so good.
There should be best monologue.
There should, because he should win.
When he's like, I want you to be the most happiest like you could ever be, and like how lucky you are to have loved.
Yeah.
Like that, just like.
And when he tells him not to not try to dull the pain, just feel the pain, because that'll make him a better person, and that's part of the journey. I was like.
And then going from, and then okay, so this is like we've already given a couple spoilers, but like super spoiler, like at the end when he calls and says he's getting married, Elio's dad was like so cool with him being gay, basically.
Yeah, and the mom too.
Yeah, and and Army's character Oliver was like, my dad would have me carted off to military school, and he ends up getting engaged to a woman. I mean,
and they get married.
And they get married, and like the last scene is all Elio, Timothy, crying into a fireplace. But like just watching him cry and kind of accept the loss of love.
Like accepting it and then being like happy. You see like all this stuff on his face.
You see so many emotions at once.
And then he like starts to accept it, and then you see him kind of almost like reminiscing about it.
Like that's why I want him to win so bad, almost for that scene, because like you've been there, like you have gone through this like series of emotions, and it's just like so genuine and raw. It's so
the whole film, I cannot like downplay how amazing I think Timothy Chalamet is.
Yeah, I thought she was like, okay, so when she was
I probably sounded insane.
Before, like, I watched it, before I read the book, and like, she's like, I read the book 100,000 times, and I was like, I want to read it, and then I read the book, and I loved it. I also listened to half the book, which is narrated by Armie Hammer, and I definitely recommend it, because hearing him speak Italian while you read the book is very nice.
He just has a very nice voice.
Yeah, he's very good quality about it.
I listened to most of the book on audiobook, actually. They're both really great.
But yeah, definitely. And like I love Armie's character. I love how he played Oliver. I think he did a great job. But I think Timothy just has such a special quality about him.
He's so like organic. There's like no false notes.
Yeah.
Because I think with actors, in general, it's hard to like be like honest the whole time. Like you can always there's always like a little bit with people.
Like life, you're like
sense,
real.
like,
Yeah.
Like, something, you sense something. But with him, like, I fully believe that he was that
Elliot.
character.
I fully believed he was a 17-year-old Italian kid.
And, you know, going through all this stuff. And it's crazy because I've watched him, obviously, in many interviews, and he's nothing like that character. Yeah. So it's just even more, like, impressive.
Also, side note, which we will do an episode that has Lady Bird in it. He was also in Lady Bird, which is another nominated film.
And he's great in that
points
too.
to how, like, incredible, like, his run is this season. And, like, I fully expect, like, this is a starting point for him.
Tip of the iceberg, and I'm just so excited.
So
I kind of feel like he's my favorite actor, and I feel like I shouldn't say that because I just met, like, he just
met him.
He just, like, came on the scene, but I, like, really love him.
And I feel like I could just call him Timmy. Like,
yeah, I feel like I
talk about a lot of actors, and
like,
people, like, their first names, like, I know them. Like,
well, I was like, oh, Timmy's so good.
My boyfriend makes fun of me, like, constantly, and, like, all my family, my mom do it all the time.
I can't help myself.
Yeah, I think the best part of Call Me By Your Name, like, the top, like, 3 things was, like, the visualization, the filming, the cinematography, all the actors. Yeah. All the actors.
The directing,
and the directing, those are the 3.
I'm so bummed he didn't get nominated for like, Best Director.
Yeah, I think he should have.
Because I think, like...
And I think Armie deserved a Best Supporting Actor nod.
Yeah.
But
because without him, it just wouldn't have...
worked.
It wouldn't have worked.
And Timmy totally deserves his Best Actor nominee.
Wins. Cool.
And Gary Oldman's been sweeping in this category, and people fully expect him to win. And
I'll be fine with it, but I really, if Timmy won, I'd be so excited.
I would start crying.
We keep calling him Timmy.
Yeah. So we're gonna rate Call Me By Your Name on our list. Okay. So Call Me By Your Name's, like, number 1 on my list.
I'm gonna have to say number 1.
Like, it is our favorite movie.
It is the movie
of
I feel
season.
that needs to be seen this year for sure, without a doubt.
It'll just make you a more compassionate, accepting, loving person. So that was Get Out and Call Me By Your Name. If you like this episode, let us know. Like, give it a like or something. Maybe subscribe.
Give us some feedback.
Share.
Tell us if this is making any sense.
Did you like Call Me By Your Name? Did you hate Call Me By Your Name? If you do, like, tell us gingerly. But
and why? I'm very interested to know.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think of this format. You know, because we don't really know what we're doing. We're just giving it a gander.
If you have any suggestions, let us know.
Yeah.
So and we'll see you in our next video. Bye.